All right, guys, I want to break down these games, man. I just got back from all of it, the whole celebration, the whole fight thing. And tonight, I was on I went on the set with Cameron Mace, hung out with my boys, his stat. So it was cool to be there. That's the first time I've ever been in studio. I just stayed over to hang out with them for tonight after watching that epic fight that we talked about already. Wait, let's look at this game. The game two. Not only just hit a couple of games, the games that I thought will have the impact on the conversations we will be talking about this week in that Seattle 31, Steelers 17 will be a conversation we will be talking about this week because of the Aaron Rodgers and all of the stuff that followed Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had 203 yards, and it's going to be funny. Let's be funny. What I'm saying, very few people would talk about it from the angle of the Seahawks. Sam Darnold throwing for 295, for the Seahawks, but we will focus on the Aaron Rodgers and watch it because you somehow, some way, try to create something between all of all the other stuff that goes on around Aaron Rodgers and Michael Tomlin and see if that either pulls the Steelers apart or bring them together like I think Michael Tomlin, like I think Coach Tomlin will do, and be able to do something and give Aaron Rodgers that last great hurrah, even though they lost today. So I'm just saying, it might have been what they call a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? I said a blessing is a surprise. That might have been a drink I had, but that's okay. I can come on here having a drink. Nobody can say, "Well, a drink, Michael. We're gonna have to take off the air." That's why I started all this. So I'm just telling you. Man. Hear a lot of people coming to me now, T2, also talking about making we on the DP as well. No, wait, don't try to make him what I'm running from. I just want to be able to sit here and bullshit sometimes. You know what I mean? And not have to worry about going to the principal office because I seen something I shouldn't see and somebody didn't like it. You know what I mean? So we're gonna put this. Yeah, yeah. I want to say so. I'm telling you before I quit.
Welcome back to Steelers Nation Wire. Today, we're breaking down the latest roster moves, injury updates, and what it all means for the Pittsburgh Steelers as they head into Week 3 of the 2025 NFL season. With key players hurt, the Steelers have adjusted. With new additions, they're showing depth. Let's dive into what changed, who steps up, and why there's reason for optimism. The Steelers announced multiple roster moves on September 17, 2025, directly impacting both the defensive line and the practice squad. The headline: Isaiah Loudermilk, a defensive tackle who has been a valuable rotational piece, suffered a high ankle sprain and has been placed on injured reserve. That means Loudermilk will be out for at least 4 weeks. To fill that gap, Pittsburgh promoted DeMarvin Leal from the practice squad to the active roster. Leal has been with the Steelers since being drafted in the 3rd round in 2022. Over his 3 seasons, he has played in 28 games, starting in 5, and contributed with 31 tackles, 18 solo, some tackles for loss, and a sack. His promotion shows that the team still believes in his ability to step up. Beyond that, the Steelers also added Ja'Whaun Bentley, Isaiah Hodgins, and Matt Sokol to the practice squad. Bentley brings veteran experience at linebacker, Hodgins adds depth at receiver, and Sokol strengthens the tight end group. At the same time, the team released J.J. Galbraith and Raheem Jarrett from the practice squad. We also have to put these moves in context with other injury news. Outside linebacker Alex Highsmith also sustained a high ankle sprain in the same game versus the Seahawks. The good news? He is not likely to be placed on IR according to reports, which suggests the Steelers expect him back sooner than later. Rookie defensive tackle Derek Harmon, who is expected to make a major impact this year, has been out with a knee injury since preseason. His absence has stretched the depth of the defensive front. So what do these roster moves and injuries tell us? First, the Steelers are showing flexibility and depth. Loudermilk going down is a setback, but promoting DeMarvin Leal is a sign that they believe he's ready to contribute more. Leal has flashed in past seasons, and given what's been asked of him, his familiarity with the system and past experience give him a chance to make an impact. The practice squad additions also signal that the coaching staff is preparing for contingency. They're bolstering depth at key positions in case injuries deepen. Second, while injuries are never good, the Steelers are handling them in a way that suggests confidence. Highsmith's ankle injury may sideline him for a short stretch, but reports suggesting he will not need IR protect the possibility of getting him back sooner than later. The defensive line is thin, but with players like Cam Hayward, Ja'Whaun Bentley, and now Leal stepping up, there's reason to believe the front can hold together. Third, these moves reinforce the culture Mike Tomlin has always emphasized: next man up readiness, accountability, and depth. Everyone from the starters to the practice squad knows that opportunities come unexpectedly in the NFL. Proving readiness when called upon is what separates good teams from great teams. Looking ahead to the upcoming matchup at New England, this roster shuffle could be crucial. The Patriots are always a tough opponent, especially at home, but the Steelers now have a refreshed group, some veteran reinforcements in the practice squad, and the ability to lean on players who have been there before to step into bigger roles. Conclusion: yes, losing Isaiah Loudermilk for multiple weeks is a tough blow, but the Steelers have responded proactively, elevating DeMarvin Leal, adding experience depth with Bentley, Hodgins, and Sokol, and managing the Highsmith situation smartly. These moves show the team is not panicking, they're adapting. The defense might look a bit different, but the resolve, the coaching, and the roster construction suggest Pittsburgh still has everything it takes to compete and even thrive as the season progresses. Steelers Nation, what do you think? Do you believe DeMarvin Leal can fill Loudermilk's role effectively? Are the practice squad additions enough to carry depth? Drop your opinions below. Hit the like button if you believe in the Steelers' ability to adjust, and don't forget to subscribe for more news and analysis on every move that could shape this season.